Hi everyone and welcome to lesson 3 of Central Academic Reports. In this video we're going to have a look at how we can complete the outcomes for our reports for our given class. Now at this point in time you can see in the last video I've just added the course results if you like, and if you have a look over here on the left hand side you can see where we've got class 11 Math. Here you'll see mathematics there, the course. We can see the course results, so that's actually the area that I'm working in now. Now the next thing there is outcomes. So it basically is a list that we kind of work through: the course results, the outcomes, the personal profile, the teacher's comments, and then class status printing off and all of that sort of stuff. So right now we're going to have a look at outcomes. So I'm just going to click on outcomes there, and that'll switch over, and here we are. So notice that my status at this point in time, it's not complete. That's because I haven't done or completed this aspect for the actual outcomes. Now, the thing to note about the outcomes, if you hover over the outcome numbers at the top there, you'll actually see, I'm actually going to show you a few ways of doing this. So you'll see what that particular outcome is. So we've got there, uses trigonometry, determines the derivative of a function, understands and applies the concepts, and understands and applies the concept of a locus. Now, at this point in time, the way that our mark books are currently set up, we're not in a position whereby we can automatically bring through these outcomes. Now, some of you may be used to bringing through your outcomes into, let's say, SM reports directly from SM marks. That is definitely going to be the way that we're going to be doing things moving forward. However, at this early point in time, as I said before, your mark books are more than likely not in a position whereby you've set them up so that you're able to bring through those outcomes. If you are in a position, then certainly speak to your head teacher, perhaps they are, or speak to Jonathan. But in these early sort of stages, the way Jonathan has been kind of thinking about setting these up, it's really, at this point in time, they're only really set up for you to manually put in the outcomes. Now, to do that, there's a couple of ways of doing things. I just want to show you a few features here. So, for example, let's say for outcome 1 there. Now, if we click in here, so Erica might have got, let's say, she might be a sound for that one, and you'll see straight away it's pulling through the overall grade, if you like, at this point in time, and therefore in fact, because we've only given her a C, then that's the only one that can pull through there. Let's have a look at outcome 2. So outcome 2, maybe she was a high for that. Outcome 3, I'm just going to go back there one. Outcome 3 here, maybe she was a B there, and maybe let's go A. So you can see there, what it's done is it's given her a B, having put in all of those grades there, or the outcomes for those grades. Now, I can actually force this. So let's say, for example, let's just say this was a C. I'm just going to change that to a C. But the reality is you're thinking, it's at present it's giving her a B, but you might be thinking, well, she's not really in the B range. She's actually a C. So I can actually force the overall result there, and you can see that it's being forced. So you can see there it was awarded with a B, and you forced it to be a C. So that's how you can basically put in your grades there, if you like, for those outcomes. Now, there is another way of doing it. So you'll notice if I actually click on at the top here, the number, rather than entering manually like one by one into each of these boxes. So let's say, for example, I'm going to click there, wait for the computer to wake up for a moment. Alright, so it takes me through to a different look, if you like, and this is probably a little bit more efficient by doing it this way. Now, what I can see over on the right hand side are my outcomes, exactly as I have before. There's the 4 outcomes there, but currently I'm giving grades for uses trigonometry, so this first outcome here. So let's say, for example, let's say I wanted to fill these down here. And you can see at the top there, if I click on that, I'm just going to fill. So I've assigned Erica with a C, and I'm just going to click here and fill down. Now, it may well be more efficient for you to do that and then move across as required, and then hit save. So you can do that. When you hit save and next, in fact, I'm just going to go in and change a few of these. So let's say we did that. So you get the idea. So if I hit save and next, that's then going to move me through to the next outcome. So you can see that's going on there. And the same deal there, I could manually kind of plug in like so, or alternatively I could fill down. Chances are you're probably going to be doing more sort of manual placement there. And you'll notice that when you're putting them in, it's actually telling you, you know, that A is an outstanding and so on. If you mess it up, not a problem. We can just reset and completely clear that out and put that back in there. And again, once you've done that, you've gone through, you can actually click on save and next, and it'll move you through. So on and so forth. So I'm just going to quickly just throw some in here. So you get the idea. Save and next. So we'll do that last one. You get the idea, and I'm going to save that. All right, so now because I've done that, again, you'll see that my status bar has turned green for that. And again, if I really wanted to go in and actually change some of these grades after having a look at some of those, then I could do. Chances are you're probably not going to need to, but the function is there if you need it. So that's about putting in your outcomes for your reports. The next thing we'll have a look in the next video will be the personal profile. So yeah, we'll move on to that in the next video. See you then.